Hey guys, this is Cash. He's here with me because he had a problem with kicking at the farriers, striking at the farrier, and he would also kick at his little girl when she started to try and get on him after a couple of weeks of hard riding. So his family is selling him, so he will be listed for sale after he's done, and I'm excited to see what can happen with him. He's come a long way in a couple days, and he's gotten a lot more respectful, and with that the kicking has virtually disappeared. So we're going to go ahead and work on some shoulder yielding. I'm going to remind you guys and show you how to go about doing that and how to ask for that cue. It's important if you want the horse to move their shoulders and head away from you, because it teaches them to respect your space and to move out of it when you ask, rather than just push into you. Or my worst thing is head slinging. So when they sling it around, that big old head can knock you out in an instant. So I like to get on this right away. He does have an abscess in the left foot, so he does favor it. So we're starting with a bunch of low impact stuff, whereas normally I would start with the join up. So I do not recommend starting in the middle of the process. However, given this situation, it's extremely muddy, the abscess, we went ahead and started in the middle of this. Again, normally not my recommendation. If you're starting a horse, I recommend you start from the beginning, getting their trust and the good foundation, but we work with what we can get at this point. So, all right, we're gonna start with, like I said, yielding the front end. I'm gonna get my rope situated. Again, it's not, my hands aren't in any loops, so it doesn't get tightened around it. And he is standing here relaxed. I'm gonna stand at his neck with a hand about right here at the shoulder, and then a hand up here near his eye. And I'm gonna use the tail end of my rope if I need to. This is for if you do not have a training stick. I'm gonna start by moving my fingers. I'm gonna use the twirl of my rope. Good boy. I want him to step over with that inside leg over the outside, lifting his shoulder away from me. Give him the rope to walk forward, walk away. Here I'm moving to the front a little bit more to prevent him from simply walking forward. That's what he was doing, you notice, and that's not something I necessarily want him to do. I want him to simply move over and away. That does have a little bit of forward movement, as this is a forward movement, but I don't want him walking out of it. So I'm going to cut off his... Very good. All right, you notice when he did get his head around the other side, my other hand was at a point where it could start swinging the rope. Be quiet, please. Sorry, that's my daughter in the background. Go inside then. Shh, no. Mommy's doing a video, okay? I did keep my other hand on the other side of him so that I could start swinging that rope when his hand got around to the other side, and encouraged him to move to that other side rather than just keep his head around. That was his sign of avoidance. And notice how I kept the pressure on rather than stopping and resituating. You lose a lot of seconds in that time, and they can lose the lesson fairly quickly. So continue as best you can. If you need to stop, that's okay, it happens. But overall, so now that I've worked on this side a minute, I'm going to finish this circle, and then I'm going to go ahead and switch to the other side. So notice how he's getting a little bit ahead of me. He does not know back. That'll be our next thing to work on. But right now we're working on this because he does a lot of the head slinging. Alright, so a lot of people are afraid to get on their horse. You'll notice that first time that he had to back up, I really jerked on the lead rope quite a bit to get him to do what I was asking. This is not hurting him, and a lot of people think that that's abuse or whatever. I'm sorry, but this is a 1,200-pound animal that could easily hurt me, and sometimes I do need to get his attention by snapping that lead rope a little bit. It's not injuring him, it's not hurting him, it's merely hitting on these pressure points to say, hey, please listen to me and do what I'm asking. I'm going to go ahead and switch to the other side. you couldn't see it, but off camera there, he started to walk back. He started to walk off on me a little bit, and I kept the pressure. I started swinging my rope a little more and getting ahead of him at this point so he couldn't walk off. Instead, he was trying to just walk away from me. And I'm being a little bit more lenient because of that foot in this direction. It's a little harder for him, but I'm not going to let him walk all over me. Again, he's a 1,200-pound animal. If he wanted to take off, he could. So I'm trying to keep him in a spot where he's able to be controlled somewhat. I'm not seeking for a controlling relationship with this horse. A lot of people are saying, oh man, you can't just control the horse. They're allowing us. And yes, I agree with that fully. However, we need to have a mutual understanding and respect, and that'll come with time. And right now I respect him, and then that respect only grows as we work together and get to a partnership. Boy. Alright, so I'm going to stop asking him that right now. He's getting pretty sore. Or he has been pretty sore, so we're just not going to do a lot of that. But I just want him to understand the concept so that when we're in a stall together or a tight space, I can go ahead and move him easily without him refusing or attempting to kick, strike, do whatever. So I want him to be able to respond and know that this is what I'm asking, so that when I do ask in a contained situation, he knows exactly what's being asked of him. All right, well, thank you for tuning in with us today. I'm headless there for a minute, but I appreciate your patience and your time, and then also your patience with me dealing with my kids as well. This is real life for me, and I got kids in the backyard playing while I'm working with a horse. It's a great life. I am so blessed. Thank you. You have a good day.